Comedic usage notes and tips. So I thought I'd try out and start a new series, but, you know, don't hold me to that, where I'd go over a few topics of something I've always found rather interesting. That's being the rules of comedy. It's something I've always found interesting because it's difficult to describe why something is funny or how something is funny or why something isn't funny. And it's just one of those topics I feel like could be interesting to analyze. So, the person who got 18 out of 50 on their final English exam is going to go into detailed analysis on the rules of comedy and writing and intellectual wanking. God, this was a bad idea. Now, don't get me wrong here. I don't want to try and establish myself as some kind of authority over comedy, you know. I'm not trying to push that I'm better than anybody else, because you should already assume that at this point. I just want to do something, you know, just something interesting, just something new, something I like doing, you know. Just it's a bit of banter, mate. Come on, it's just a bit of banter, innit? But please do remember that at the end of the day, comedy is ultimately subjective, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt. I just want to look at the tropes. I just want to look at the tropes at comedy. There is nothing wrong with analysing the tropes of a particular... Oh, fuck. The inaugural topic I wish to tackle is internet humour, or... the memes. Now, this is one of those concepts that, again, is hard to quantify because, you know, we all know what an internet joke... I refuse to use the word meme. The word in and of itself is humorous enough, quite frankly. We all know what it is. We can recognise it when we see it, but it's something that's hard to describe without just saying, oh, it's those utterly carcinogenic things only children laugh at. But that's not a definition. That's just describing one of its attributes. We could look at the dictionary, but... actually, no, that's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't incorporate its malignant virtues, but, you know, it does a good job of it. Something else to take into consideration is their lifespan, which, you know, is why I'm refraining from using any specific examples, because that would just date this video like an absolute fuckknuckle. Nobody could possibly know what the next big meme could be, nor would they know how long it would possibly last. However, it is all but inevitable that it'll eventually dredge off to Facebook to die off with the rest of the corrupted tissue cells to multiply and enter the bloodstream in peace. Now, I'm not opposed to the memes. Hell, good meme, highlight of my day, right? Fantastic. The meme review, best teeth in the game. However, there is a few things that do need to be remembered. In fact, I've made a simple guide, actually. It's fairly simple. Just follow the rules. You'll get along swimmingly. You'll get around beautifully. How to stand out from the crowd with your internet humor. Step 1. Get a thesaurus. Step 2. Get a fucking thesaurus! Repetition is the tuberculosis of comedy. One cough, alright, all well and good. Several of the same cough? Not as great, but, you know, fair enough. But if you keep going at it endlessly, you're eventually gonna hack up an internal organ. The English language is better than any other language on the planet. Fuck you. With it, you can express the most complex of ideas and emotions in a vast variety of ways. You could say, I perambulated towards your place of residence and permitted myself ingress with the sole intention of copulating with your canine companion. Or you could say, I broke into your house and fucked your dog. Both are intrinsically the same sentence, but they're meant to convey different levels of intent, emotion, and formality. It's something people like me can have a lot of fun with, but what does this have to do with memes? That's a good question. People who use memes unironically are dog fuckers? My point is, you have the capability to tell a joke in such a wide array of ways. So why the fuck are you so content to tell the exact same joke in the exact same way over and over and over again? I mean, I get it, right? A good meme done right. Gorgeous. But it's gotta be done right? Come on. Let me give you a good example of this. Yes, I know I said I wouldn't use examples. Go fuck yourself with a cactus. If I ever hear someone describe something as cancerous or pure cancer ever again, I'm gonna skullfuck a microwave in the hopes that the radiation causes my lymph nodes to start taking the fucking hint. If you think something is detrimental to society as a whole, or more importantly, fucking YouTube, you do realize that synonyms are a thing, right? You can use other words to describe things. I've used 5 entire synonyms for cancer alone in this very video. Leave a comment below if you manage to spot them all. Please, I'm desperate for human interaction. Or to point out another perfect example of this. The phrase, or variations that thereof, kill yourself. Now, I do love myself a good suicide joke, right? But when you start having to break it down into an acronym, you might think it's getting a smidge overused at that point, don't you think? And even bringing up the exact same method of doing so. Again and again and again. Well, quite frankly, it just makes me want to fucking drink Bacardi. And mercury with a slice of lime. It makes me want to snort rat poison out of a hooker's bunghole. It makes me want to pop into the local cult and check out their open juice bar. My point is... Stop being a fucking thickhead, mate. Come on, you're better than that. Good night. Zishin, hey, how you doing? I hope you enjoyed the video. This was a bit of an experiment. I don't know whether or not this has got any feet or not. Just understand that, if I do end up making more of these, do understand that this is just analysis of the tropes of comedy, right? It's just analysis of the tropes. I'm not judging people who do's them, and I'm not necessarily saying that those tropes are bad. It's more than likely that I've used the tropes I'm going to end up talking about before in the past and used them wrong, so don't say I'm a hypocrite. Because if you do, I will aggressively not give a fuck. I am very famous for not being a fuck about being a hypocrite. Really, I don't give a shit, mate. Also, while I'm here, I might as well do a little shout out, why not? Spread the love, spread the joy, spread the happiness or whatever. So, why not give a little shout out to Bionic Pig? Yes, give a shout out to Bionic Pig. He's my favourite member of the Hot, Wet, Steamy cast. He's my favourite member of the Hot and Wet cast, but, he's got the less subscribers. Justice? What's that? But seriously though, please check out Bionic Pig. He's amazing. I've bought both of his albums, just for full disclosure. Yeah, I bought his albums. I love his shit. I love his stuff. Absolutely incredible. I love the guy. It's fucking hilarious. His videos are brilliant. His music's tremendous. So go to his channel, buy the album, and I think that's about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all those who've been contributing via Patreon and Twitch and all that. I kind of been neglecting you people, which is a bit iffy. I shouldn't do that, but thank you for doing that. I'm very, very appreciative to all of you. Yeah, so if you want to support me, do so via Patreon, please. If you want to do so, if you want to give actual legal tender. However, if you don't want to do that, I recommend you check out, it's a bit of a meme, but whatever, chrono.gg/kind. It's this thingy here. You check out chrono.gg/kind, you get a new game a new indie game at a very cheap price. Every day, just have a bookmark, check it in. Maybe you'll find a brand new game that you'll find really lovely. Just check in on that. It's all the purchases you buy. I get a bit of a kickback from all the purchases. That's just how it works. So credit.gg/kind. Go to that. Keep a bookmark. Check in every day. See if they got any good books. Any good books for sale. Yeah, or games as well. They have games too. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Patreon, Bionic Pig, all of that. Okay, and that's about it. And finally, I get to say it. I get to finish this. I'm really bad at this. I'm so bad at this. I'm really... Anxiety setting in. Charity, bye.
Society of a great deal of degeneracy. We live in a society in which the fundamental moral norms are illiberal, and we are attempting to fight our way out of them. And sometimes that's going to involve using the means that are at hand. That's going to involve being a part of this fragmenting group. That's going to involve dank memes.